The galaxy had known many royal lines, but none carried the quiet strength that the Princess of Ithalen carried. Her name was Lyra, and she was born unlike others of her people. Thalen's society valued perfection in movement, symmetry, and form. Lyra's right arm had grown weaker since birth, never responding with the same precision as the left. To humans, it would have been a simple physical impairment. To the Thalen, who built their identity on mastery of their own bodies, it marked her as incomplete dot from childhood. Lyra learned to hide it. She learned to move her robes in certain ways, to angle herself in public, so her arm remained behind folds of fabric. Yet royalty could not stay invisible forever. When she reached the age where alliances were forged through pairing, she faced row after row of suitors from distant worlds. Each meeting ended the same: a polite bow, a courteous greeting, then a slow fading of interest when they observed the subtle difference in how she lifted a cup or rested her hand. Her father, the king, tried to reassure her. He told her she would find someone. He told her that strength came in many forms. But even he could not make suitors choose what their hearts and ambitions did. Not desire.her pairing council finally reached the desperate decision to open invitations beyond the surrounding systems. Many worlds rejected even the invitation. Some returned inquiries of concern. Others asked if the rumors of her impairment were true. The court endured each insult with tight smiles. Then a single answer arrived from Earth, not from a diplomat, not from a noble house, not from a military commander seeking glory. The message came from a young human researcher named Kai. He worked in the Xenoculture Institute on Earth. His colleagues joked that he had the enthusiasm of someone who did not know the galaxy was full of people too old or too proud to care about his studies. Kai believed that every species had beauty. Every mind deserved to be understood. His reply was simple. He wished to meet her. Nothing more. Nothing less. When this message reached Lyra, she felt a spark of disbelief. A human, one who volunteered. Her attendants whispered that humans were unpredictable. Some said humans were reckless. Others said humans had strange courage. But none could explain why a human scholar would accept a meeting when so many highborn suitors had refused. The meeting was arranged in the Royal Arboretum. It was a quiet sanctuary surrounded by towering crystalline trees and glowing blossoms. Lyra chose this place because she felt safest there. Plants did not judge her. Kai arrived with a respectful bow. He wore simple clothing from Earth and carried a small box in both hands. His eyes held no hesitation as he approached her. He spoke with a gentle voice. He said he was honored to meet her. No one had said that without forcing it in decades. Lyra greeted him with cautious hope. She watched him closely for the moment when his gaze would drift to her weaker arm and his expression would shift like every other suitor. But Kai never looked away from her eyes. His interest did not fade. He seemed genuinely curious about her world and its culture. For the first time in many cycles, Lyra felt seen not as a symbol or a duty, but as a person. Kai presented the box to her. It contained a small earth flower encased in clear resin. He explained that the flower had been damaged in a storm on his research station. He had kept it because he believed damaged things still carried beauty. Lyra stared at the gift with quiet breath. No one among the Thalen would have offered such a symbol. They preferred flawless crystals, unblemished metal, perfect shapes. Yet this imperfect flower caught her heart more than any flawless jewel. Their conversations stretched longer than expected. The council watched with astonishment. The attendants whispered about how the human did not lower his eyes, even once in awkwardness. Even the king observed from a distance with cautious hope. Kai and Lyra spoke of earth storms and Thalen festivals. They compared the glow of alien moons and the colors of forests on both worlds. Lyra found herself laughing. Kai smiled every time she smiled. It felt unfamiliar, yet warmed out, but at the end of the meeting, Kai did not declare intent. He asked only if he could meet her again. Not for political gain, not for alliance, simply because he wished to understand her more. The council allowed more meetings. Each one grew warmer. Lyra learned of human creativity, human stubbornness, human resilience. Kai learned about Thallin elegance, Thallin history, Thallin pride. And he learned about Lyra's hidden arm, not through court gossip, but because she trusted him enough to uncover it herself. When she finally revealed it, Kai did not flinch. He simply asked if it caused her pain. That was all. No judgment. No hesitation. In that moment, Lyra felt the tight armor around her soul begin to crack. Word spread across the palace. Some nobles felt relieved. Others felt uneasy. A human pairing with royalty was not common. A human who showed no fear of imperfection was even more rare. Then came the day of the official decision. According to tradition, a princess must choose a partner when she reached a certain age. The court assembled in the great hall. Tall pillars reflected soft light across the floor. The audience gathered in elevated rings around the chamber. It was the first time Lyra appeared before them without trying to hide her arm beneath her robes. She lifted her chin and walked with steady grace. Kai stood at the far end of the hall as a guest. He expected nothing. He believed she deserved royalty. He believed she deserved someone far greater than a human researcher. Yet he also hoped, deep inside, that she valued his presence. When her turn came to speak, Lyra surprised everyone. She stepped forward. She looked at Kai with a steady gaze, and she asked in a clear voice, "Will you pair with me?" The hall went silent. Many Thallins stared in shock. A princess choosing a human researcher was unheard of. Kai remained still, stunned. His heart raced. He had never expected this, but the hall soon erupted in murmurs. Some voices rose in protest. Others questioned the human's worth. A few even whispered cruel remarks about her impairment, claiming that this was why she had to choose outside their own people. Kai heard the whispers. Lyra heard them too. Her expression tightened with pain. He stepped toward her. He did not raise his voice. Instead, he spoke with calm determination that carried through the room, more powerfully than anger. He said that every species deserved respect. He said that Lyra had shown him more courage than any diplomat he had studied. He said that her impairment did not diminish her. It strengthened her. And he ended with the truth. He said he would be honored to stand beside her if she still wished it. Lyra's eyes shone with soft relief, but the council had to grant approval. They withdrew to deliberate. The king remained silent for a long time before speaking. He acknowledged that tradition mattered. He acknowledged that Lyra's choice would affect the kingdom. But he also reminded the council that greatness came from those who defied expectations. After long debate, the council returned. Their answer was cautious but affirmative. The pairing would be allowed, under conditions. Kai must undergo training to understand Thallin customs. He must learn royal protocol. He must demonstrate commitment to their culture. Kai agreed to all of it without hesitation. Training began the next day. Kai practiced formal bows and greetings. He learned the intricacies of Thallin body language. He memorized ancient customs. He even trained with the royal movement instructors to understand the flow of Thallin gestures. Some nobles watched with skepticism. Others slowly grew impressed by his unshaking effort. Lyra supported him quietly. She corrected his hand positions. She helped him understand subtle meanings behind ceremonial phrases. They spent long hours walking through the arboretum. Kai often told her stories from Earth. She told him stories of her childhood trials. They learned each other's strengths and weaknesses. As cycles passed, acceptance slowly grew. The palace staff began to treat Kai with respect. Guards greeted him with nods. Advisors asked him small questions about Earth. Even nobles who once doubted the pairing now watched the growing bond with thoughtful expressions. The day of the pairing ceremony approached. Thallin tradition required both partners to stand beneath a crystalline arch that reflected their heart resonance. The arch glowed brighter when the pair were truly bonded. No technology controlled this. It was a natural mineral that responded to shared emotional energy. Many doubted it would glow for a human. Some believed humans lacked the right resonance. Others believed Lyra's impairment would dull the glow further. Lyra feared this too. Kai noticed her worry and rested a hand over hers. He assured her that whatever happened, her worth did not depend on the glow of a mineral. He said that the ceremony did not create their bond. Their choices did. Their trust did. The ceremony began. Crowds filled the hall. Lyra and Kai stepped beneath the arch. For a moment, the arch remained dim. A murmur rippled through the crowd. Lyra lowered her gaze. Kai lifted her chin gently. He told her to look at him, not at the audience. He reminded her that she had walked a path many would never dare to face. He said she was stronger than she believed. She breathed in, steady, calm. She let her fears fall away. Then the arch began to glow soft light first. Then brighter. Then radiant. The hall gasped. The glow intensified until the entire chamber shimmered with reflected colors. The arch had never shown such brilliance for any pair in generations. The council stood speechless. The king smiled with quiet pride. Lyra felt her chest tighten with emotion. Kai exhaled with purr.